Whenever I speak about Chris Mutsvangwa, I feel like laughing because a lot comes into my mind regarding his character, regarding his behavior in the party politics of Zimbabwe. All of a sudden, Chris Mutsvangwa, who is highly divisive, not only to Zimbabweans but within ZANU-PF, now barely a few days before the so-called independence, which is not a nationally shared ideology. And I think in the coming days, I will be proving that he has come out urging Zimbabweans to forget, their differences and celebrate independence. And yesterday, I think I was interrogating this question: why is it important for people to celebrate independence, considering what ZANU-PF is currently doing to the people of Zimbabwe? Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the ZANU-PF Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. Do remember also to follow us on Facebook. We are ZANU-PF Global News. So, ZANU-PF spokesperson Chris Mutsvangwa, I think I will just quote some of the words which are written in a statement that he has put out there. It says Zimbabweans should actually forget their differences and say, in the spirit of wholesome love, generous unity, and embracing all magnanimity. Now, these are the words coming from a highly divisive Chris Mutsvangwa. He is not only divisive to the people of Zimbabwe, but he is also divisive within ZANU-PF itself. Looking at the words he has spoken against the retired General Chiwenga, allowing himself to be used by Emmerson Mnangagwa on retired General Chiwenga, questioning his academic saying he does not qualify to be a president to succeed Emmerson Mnangagwa because he cannot pronounce certain words in English, which shows that he is delinquent when it comes to the issues of education. Now that is highly divisive, taking into consideration that these days ZANU-PF is strongly divided between the retired General Chiwenga faction, and that is aligned to individuals like Blessed Geza and other war veterans who have been calling for Emmerson Mnangagwa to step down as the president, going as far as even proposing that they would be impeaching him. Now, Blessed Geza, since announcing the impeachment of Emmerson Mnangagwa, we have not seen him coming back, exactly giving us clue on how this would be done. So it remains dark to the minds of Zimbabweans on exactly how this is going to be done. Now, the very same Chris Mutsvangwa is calling for unity of Zimbabweans. Now, the mere fact that he is calling for unity of Zimbabweans is actually a realization that Zimbabwe is not united. And why is Zimbabwe not united? He is speaking the language of the retired General Chiwenga faction, which have said Mnangagwa has divided the country instead of uniting the country. So he is acknowledging the division, the divisive nature of the Emmerson Mnangagwa regime. Unfortunately, ZANU-PF has reduced the so-called independence into a ZANU-PF activity or political activity rather than a shared national activity. I can attest to you that a lot of people independence is ZANU-PF. Yes, people perceive independence as an activity or a gathering of ZANU-PF. It's not a gathering of the people of Zimbabwe. A lot of people, if you see them celebrating this time, they may be lucky because people will be coming for Easter, people will be celebrating their Easter, and it may be mistaken as an independence celebration. If you want to see that ZANU-PF has disrespected the people of Zimbabwe, look at the stadium where the national event is going to be conducted. Then you would be in a position to see the characteristic of ZANU-PF and what ZANU-PF actually entails. ZANU-PF has done a lot of harm to the people of Zimbabwe. So the calling of Zimbabweans to actually unite in celebrating this independence is actually a misplaced and a desperate attempt that is done by Chris Mutsvangwa during the last minute, and definitely it is not going to be the desired fruits. People are just very, very few people will actually attend these events. At a national event, definitely the people would be buzzed and embarrassment would be so visible. Most of the times, how has ZANU-PF countered, especially the negative PR during independence celebrations? They would ask the teachers, they would ask the school-going children, they would ask the university students to compulsory attend these events. Otherwise, these events, they are not celebrated in Zimbabwe, because how do people feel free when they are not employed? How do people feel free when they are not able to protest against the government? For example, UZ lecturers have been arrested for actually exercising their right to protest. How will people actually feel free or feel independent when they cannot put food on their table? How would people feel free when it is quite difficult to take their children to school? How will the Zimbabweans feel free when the state of the economy is deteriorating and at the level of totally collapsing? How will the people feel free when everything in Zimbabwe is not working, and when Zimbabweans are outside the country languishing in poverty? Anyway, in simple terms, this is merely a ZANU-PF event. It is not a people of Zimbabwe event. There is absolutely nothing that the people of Zimbabwe can stand up and say we are celebrating a national event. You see in other countries, in South Africa, when there is Freedom Day, all political parties mark that Freedom Day because there is some sense of freedom. But in Zimbabwe, people cannot celebrate freedom because there is absolutely no freedom. People cannot celebrate independence because there is no independence that is in existence. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can alternatively support this channel financially by pressing the join button and be part of the members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. You can also follow us on Facebook page, which is Hloniphani Global News. There is already content there, and we should be posting more content in some days to come. You can also follow me on other social media platforms. I am Hloniphani Ncube.